is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with another video. I know I'm late, but I was doing my vacation and I had to come late for y'all. But we're going to talk about Draymond Green signing an extra $100 million to go with his already year guaranteed this year. I'm a little shocked because Draymond Green obviously could have made more money if he would have held out, and a lot of people thought that Draymond Green was the guy that was going to leave because he could have had a bigger reputation and a bigger chance to make a big name for himself in another place. But I think people do forget Clay and KD are injured, and KD is no longer on this team, and they're going to need somebody to fill in the hole that they lost with KD and Clay not being on this team anymore. And on top of that, you gotta remember Willie Cauley-Stein is not really known as an offensive player. He's known for his ability to switch and guard multiple positions and rebound the ball, which they need. So they still going to need somebody that can impact winning until Clay comes back. And I think this can be a year that Draymond can have a resurgence. He didn't make an All-Star or All-NBA team besides defensive last year, and I think that shows you how much he had to sacrifice when they brought in DeMarcus and Kevin Durant to add on to their ability to go to multiple finals, and instead that somebody had to take a hit, somebody had to take a sacrifice, and it ended up being Draymond Green. And I feel like a lot of people was not giving him credit for recruiting Kevin Durant, which won them 2 finals and helped them get to 3 straight finals after they won theirs already. And I think that's something that a lot of people overlook was the fact that Draymond Green gave up a lot of his accolades to play alongside KD and his stats also. And then when they added DeMarcus Cousins, it only got worse for Draymond. He came alive, obviously, in the series that they needed him the most, which was against the Rockets in Portland. He showed that he can still be a very great player, being able to rebound, being able to push the ball, make plays, slice up the defense, and be an excellent passer. He's a guy that's just a utility guy. Whatever you need to be done, he would do it, whether it's guarding the best player, protecting the rim, grabbing rebounds, making passes, getting out in transition, keeping the ball moving, or even just going out there and just telling people what they need to be doing. He has a lot of value, and he took a pay cut, which was another thing I was surprised about. But he did take a pay cut on his first extension, and to take a significant pay cut with this extension, I was extremely surprised because I feel like Draymond Green had a lot to prove, and a lot of people was doubting Draymond leading up to those Houston's and Portland series as a player. And when Clay and KD went down, people was writing off the Warriors until they made the D'Angelo Russell pickup and Cauley-Stein pickup. But they still, like I said before, are going to have to replace that. And I think this is the time for Draymond to come back and become that perennial all-star. And they're going to need some assists because Steph Curry going to have to play some off the ball, even though he does play with D'Angelo Russell. So they're going to need somebody to make it work, make it fit, and keep everybody in order. And who else is to do it besides Draymond Green? But I think Draymond Green is going to have fun this year. I don't think that is pressure because nobody is predicting the Warriors to do that well. Nobody's predicting the Warriors to win the championship this year. People just think the Warriors are going to be one of the teams that slides into the playoffs, and it'll mainly be because Clay comes back healthy and gives them a chance. But I told you guys that the Warriors are not going anywhere. They're still going to be a team that's going to be tough. They're going to be a team that's going to be smart, and they're going to be a team that can really light you up offensively. They're going to have some defensive lapses. They're going to get torched a couple times depending on what team and what lineups is out there. But that's the risk that you took when you lost Clay, KD, and Iguodala. So you're not going to get everything you want. Beggars can't be choosers. You can't get your cake and eat it too. That's just facts. And at the end of the day, that's something that they knew, and that was a chance that they took when they got D'Angelo Russell and lost those 2 guys for the majority of the season and lost KD permanently. So I like Draymond Green. I like how he played in the playoffs, and I think that's what made the Warriors let them know that we still need you. And he showed up when they needed him the most. He played the way he had to play for them to get those wins against those crucial pivotal series to get them back to their 5th straight final. So in my personal opinion, I feel like Draymond Green is just as important as he has ever been, especially with no Clay. And for them to lock him up and get a pay cut and get buyer's commitment, that helps them all around. Because at the end of the day, you also got to look at it from this perspective. Even if Draymond doesn't work, he's on a tradable, flexible contract. This is a contract that people is going to love to have, barring severe injuries, because of the guy that Draymond Green is. Draymond Green isn't a franchise player. He isn't a superstar, but he fits perfectly in with what the Warriors want to do. And why not stay there? This is a time for you to have a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame. Add a couple more All-Star appearances, add a couple more All-NBA second or third team appearances, and you have a chance to be a multiple-time champion, Defensive Player of the Year, and a Hall of Famer. And he can do that with Golden State because this is where he brought his brand. This is what people know him for. This is where he won. This is where he started. And this is the core that has been through it with him, good, bad, and ugly, which is Steph and Clay, to go right along with Draymond. So as they retool and reinvent themselves, I'm loving what the Warriors have done this offseason to get more athletic, to get more mobile, to get more faster, and that's what they're going to need to be in a competitive Western Conference. So $100 million, I didn't think this was an overpay when I seen it. I didn't think it was crazy. I actually thought it was an underpay. I thought that Draymond Green should have got more money. I felt like Draymond Green had a chance to really make a name for himself, become a free agent next year. Because like I'm saying, they're going to need Draymond Green to do more. So if you have a chance to do more, you have a chance to prove yourself and to do like Jimmy Butler and a lot of other players, bet on yourself. This was the season to do it because he will become a free agent and he will be able to pick and choose where he wants to go. And most teams will offer Draymond Green the max because he is a valuable player. Just like we see how valuable he is for the Warriors, he can do that and more possibly on another team. But he chose to take less, to stay at home, to stay with a winning culture, to stay with an organization that he trusts, believes in, and has won with, and you can't argue with that. And he's all about winning because he could have took a pay cut and I mean, could have just got overpaid, and he could have just ran out and did whatever he wanted to do with his career and flopped, or he could have went out, made more money, and became a superstar. But that's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to stay. So to me, at the end of the day, I'm loving what Draymond Green brings to the table. I'm loving what he has done right now, and this is just a great, great, great deal for Golden State. Any way you look at it, whether it's trading, whether you look at it as an asset, whether you look at it as just bringing back their anchor, their linchpin, their glue guy. At the end of the day, this is genius for the Golden State Warriors to get this deal done, especially because it's 5 years. He got a 4-year extension, plus he has this season coming up as a Warrior. So even if it doesn't work out or this experiment doesn't go the way that they wanted it to go, at the end of the day, Draymond Green still will be one of the most pivotal players barring the injury. So I like it at the end of the day, and I'm looking forward to see how this Warrior team plays. A lot of people are looking forward to seeing this Warrior team play, guys. A lot of people looking forward to it. And now, at the end of the day, it's just about seeing how it works, seeing can it win, and seeing how they really try to go for this championship number 4 with Clay, Steph, and Draymond. Part 3. They did part 1, they won titles. They did part 2, they won titles. Can they do it with part 3? And they got Steph, Clay, and Draymond all locked into long-term deals. So they can be the Spurs of the West, the reinvented Spurs, the Mono, Tim, and Tony Parker Spurs. People compare them to the Spurs a lot, and they have won. They've been able to win multiple, and they've been able to stay together and keep their core and their coach together and their organization main pieces together. Now it's just about making that run of longevity, of being dominant and being in the championship picture for more than 10 years, which is the dynasty. So they won the titles. Now it's just about doing it for a long span of time. And with all their main guys locked up and all ready to prove themselves again, they seem hungry. They seem like they want to fight. They seem like they're ready to play right now. And that's the attitude that I want my team to have coming into next season. And if that's the case, at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to seeing what Golden State and this organization does. I'm looking forward to Draymond. I thought he would try to bet on himself and make more money. Instead, he took less money to stay home. And that's more, to me, benefit more of the Warriors than for him. But then again, at the end of the day, this is where he became who he is. And this is the team that know how to utilize him the best. And honestly and truthfully, if Clay comes back next season, I think they're going to be a contender in that West. Don't sleep on the Warriors. They still got one of the best duos and trios in the NBA. We just got to see how well D'Angelo and Willie Cauley-Stein fits. They do have a lot of money committed to this team. If you add that contract of D'Angelo Russell, I want to get that across real quick so people don't forget. The Warriors now have 129 million and 138 million committed to their four max players: Green, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and D'Angelo Russell for 2021 and 21-22 seasons respectively. So they're locked in to this team financially, and they're going to be paying a lot of money to keep this team together. Now we just going to see how they fit and how well can they really compete in the West. I just don't want this team to be a playoff team. I want them to be a contender. I want them to be fighting for a playoff spot to win a championship. And I think they're going to be in the running. We just got to see how well Klay recovers. Can he still be the same defender? Can he still be the dominant offensive player that he was? Even in the playoffs, Klay looked unbelievable in the finals, and Draymond looked as special in that playoff run once KD and DeMarcus went down. But that shows you how competitive and how feisty this team is. They never gave up. They never quit. They never complained. They just went out there and get the job done. And that led them, honestly and truthfully, to another finals appearance without KD playing in that rest of the Houston series and all of the Portland series. And those are the teams that's supposed to be some of the best teams this year. Well, if that's the case, Golden State got a little better, a little smarter, a little faster, a little quicker, and they got more ball handlers and more scorers and more shooters. And in that case, this team could be tough, and they can be a championship contender, actually a dark horse championship contender. And if that's the case, I'd rather be slept on. So when we wake everybody up, we get our credit when it's due. And if you find a team in the finals, don't be surprised. Because the other teams, they getting gel, just like the Golden State Warriors. They gelling, they finding new pieces, they moving people around. But they got to gel, they got to get their chemistry right, and they got to go out there and figure it out just like the Warriors. So I feel like a lot of these new teams in the West is in the same position as the Warriors. The biggest difference is they don't have Klay at all at the beginning, and that could really hurt. But if they can hang around like we know they can be a threat in the playoffs if Klay comes back at least 75% of what he was before. So let me know what you guys think. Are you surprised that Draymond Green took a huge pay cut, signing his $100 million extension right now with the Golden State Warriors? Do you think he made the right decision taking a pay cut to stay with Steph and Klay and D'Angelo? Or do you think that he should have went out there and proved that he's still one of the best players in the world, keep his options open, and made the right deal that's right for him and his family, whether it was staying with Golden State or leaving? I wasn't going to judge him either way. I wanted to see what he was going to do as a free agent, but it seemed like he found a family, found a home, he found some brothers, and he's ready to go to war with them again for another season and most likely more. And if that's the case, I ain't going to hate on him. I'm going to enjoy the journey. I'm going to enjoy watching them. And I know Steph, Klay, and Draymond personally, and at the end of the day, I thought they was going to go to the finals. I still had them in the playoffs when they picked up, before they even picked up D'Angelo Russell. And honestly and truthfully, I think they're going to be in the playoffs for a mighty long time with this trio, that they can just plug the pieces around them and they can continue to win as long as they're healthy. And this is the year that we're going to see, because they ain't as healthy, but they're healthy enough to stay in the playoff race and make a championship push when Klay gets back ready at February, March. That's fine, because they'll still be able to be competitive in the playoffs, and he won't be as rusty, which means the Warriors might be fighting again for that title. But at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Quinn Wade basketball analysis is just going crazy right now for free agency, and this is just another big move that nobody really seen coming. Even Draymond probably had to think about this one a little bit before he signed it, and if that's the case, I don't blame him. Quinn Wade basketball analysis, I'm done. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link be in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that likes the videos. Thanks for everybody that comments. I like the activity that you guys have shown. I answered comments that make sense, if that makes sense. And also, at the end of the day, if you like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.